It's about 15 minutes to 6. I'm headed out. I'm leaving the Bassett Hotel and Cafe. Although yesterday we'll just call it the Bassett Hotel because the cafe was closed. Everything was closed. Had to have dinner out of the local gas station. That doesn't open until 6 o'clock, by the way. But I have enough. I have what I need this morning. I'm 21 miles from the next place where I can really grab something to drink, maybe something to eat. I think it's just another gas station, but hey, I don't mind living out of gas stations. So today's supposed to be really hot. I mean, 108, I think. I looked at last night. Maybe they dropped it down a little bit, but so I'm trying to get to where I need to be by 11 o'clock today. I might be able to be there by 10 o'clock. It's 48 miles. So again, the Bassett Hotel was very cute. It's an adorable little spot. The gal who runs it, also adorable. She invited me to her family's house last night to have meatloaf. I was just so tired yesterday. I just really didn't want to hang out and have to entertain or, be on, if that makes any sense. So I'd rather just, I went in and just slept, really. Got up later, a few hours later, and got something to eat, came back in, slept again. So got some good rest yesterday, and I'm going to go to O'Neill today, another historical hotel that I'm staying at. These hotels are very affordable, which I think is really cool. And I get to just kind of chill all day again, just staying out of the heat. Tomorrow, interesting enough, is supposed to be dropping down to like 95, so there's like a 10-degree drop in one day. And also today's wind's supposed to be 20 to 30 miles an hour. It's supposed to start later on this afternoon, so I want to get away from that. Then tomorrow I'll go put 65 in, getting up early like today. And what I think is also interesting is that it's almost 6 o'clock and it's not daylight yet. I've left a few places like in Casper at 5:30, and it was already the sun was already shining. It wasn't shining, but it was already up, which is really interesting. So anyways, that's that. So goodbye to the Bassett Lodge and Cafe and their little spot. And thank you, Bassett, for hosting me today. Thank you guys for being kind to me yesterday. I appreciate it. Wanting me to come to their house. They had a meatloaf in the Traeger, they said. I never knew you put meatloaf in a Traeger, but it gets a little smoky feeling, taste, I guess. So here we go. It's a beautiful morning. And I realized, by the way, why it was so dark. I have my sunglasses on. They're prescription, so these are my non-polarized, so I can see through them a little better, but they're still darker. So maybe, the last few days, last week, maybe the sun is coming up at the same time. It's just, if you just take your sunglasses off in the morning and things seem a little bit brighter. So anyways. Dork. My wife tells me sometimes being with me is like raising a baby. No, she used the word infant. It's like being with an infant. Still got my moon shining up there. I'm gonna wake up to some sunshine. No fog like it was yesterday. Yesterday was just weird. Get my body warmed up in the first few miles here. Then I might start pressing. I always want to take it easy, but as soon as I get warmed up, my body just wants to go. My legs are like, let's do this. And 48 miles. I think I can press today pretty good. Cowboy trails way back there in those trees. taking your cowboy trail. I do want to get out of the sun today. Well, I just knocked out 20-something miles. I don't know exactly how much, but I'm here in Stuart, established in 1884. Ooh, some used cars. Those are nice. When they say used, they mean used cars. Oh, hey guys. I'm going to the gas station and see what I can pick up here. Looks like I can get coffee. Because I got some old boys. One of the things I've noticed is that every place I go in these small little towns, there's always a group of cowboys, farmers, I guess we'll call them, sitting and having coffee in the morning. So I think that's interesting. And they always have really cool shit to say. So let's see what they got to say today. What's up, fellas? The question is, what the hell were they saying about me before I walked in? Which is funny, because you know it's something. Vanilla. What else we got for breakfast? Philly cheesesteak, roasted stuff, club, smoked cheddar and cheese. Good morning. Oh, you got breakfast sandwiches. You are my hero this morning. Good morning. This is the breakfast of champions, I hear. So I thought this was a spot to hang out. Oh, I went through Long Pine to get there, but that's like what, 5 miles out of town or something like that?
That'd be 7. Yeah.
5, 7, yeah.
Shit, that's just a hop, skip, and a jump for you.
No. No.
You're not having any negative.
Yeah. Okay, leaving Stuart. What a great little place that was. Those folks were very nice. I get a little uncomfortable recording, so I try to sneak it a little bit, you know. And then when I put down the camera, they'll ask questions and talk and wonder where I'm coming from, where I'm going, what I'm doing, share their lives. It's just so. There's the trail right there. I don't know why it's squirrel moment, but man, should I take that trail? That trail looked really good though. On the trail, I don't have to worry about that stuff. In fact, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pop on for a little while, see how that works. Yeah, I might be able to make that work. Yeah, I might be able to make this work. Plus, it's pretty. Only one concern I have is that they say there's thistles that blow through here, but I can take a thistle or two. Yeah, it's nice. If I had trees like this all the way, it'd be even nicer. Yeah, I can deal with this. This is a real hard pack. I get almost the same kind of speed off this, actually. And when I go pee, it can be a little more private. I say that because I just drank 2 Starbucks coffees and I have to go pee. Okay, just a small little bathroom break. Coming into Atkinson. Didn't realize this town was here. Like a good place to take a break. It's hot. Probably about 10 o'clock. You can feel the humidity. You can feel the heat coming. I'm about, what am I? 4.46 miles out. And I'm done for the day. Oh, and it's 9:45. So you can tell it's going to be hot today. Hot. As 9:45, it's already hot. I'm glad I got started early. The rail trail, not bad. I've been off it and on it, you know, when I need a little distance. I've popped off it. One of the complaints I'd have with any, first of all, it's great. I mean, the terrain is pretty good, but every time you go across one of those crossings right there, you almost have to come to a stop, because where cars go, and it's just beat up. You can tell water runoff has been there, so there's big potholes. So you have to be very careful crossing, and that happens about once every half mile or so. Sometimes once every quarter mile. That gets a little annoying. But outside of that, it gives you a little bit of shade, as you can tell as you're going through town. You can get into some shade areas, so you can really get out of the sun. So I like that about a lot. You'll lose again 3-4 miles per hour staying on it, but there's a trade-off, I guess. You know, I'm not going very far today, so 50 miles, I'm good. I say 50 miles, I'm good. Remember my first day with Missouri out of Missoula, Montana on these mechanical bikes? We went 53 miles and it almost killed us. We went 5 miles an hour. That was our average speed. My average speed today, I think, is 13 to 14 miles an hour. What is my, let's take a look. What's my average? What's great about Komoot, it tells me what your average is. My average speed today is 17.9. I've been moving. Wow. Give me a little downslope or flat, I'm going. I'm telling you, it's just incredible the last 2 days. What you can do with just a little decline or flat, you can really get some distances in. So I feel my body recovering. A couple of days ago, like I said, when my wife was saying there's something different about me, I was talking a little bit slower. I think that's what it was. I was just in survival mode. My body was so beat up, it was so tore because of the amount of mileage, averaging 11 miles, 11 and a half, because of all the climbing, and doing 91 miles, sitting in my seat for up to 10 hours a day. That was really too much, man. It was just too much. And I'm starting to feel very encouraged. I know I'm just a few days away from Sioux City. I'll have 2 to 3 days of rest. My wife's coming into town. It's kind of like Christmas, so I'm really excited about seeing her. And you know, go on a month plus trip without your wife, a lot of it being by yourself, really, and see if that doesn't renew or rekindle your feelings. It does. I can't explain it, but I have a renewed spirit, appreciation, love, drive, romance, whatever you want to call it, toward somebody I've been married to for 29 years. And after 29 years, anybody who's been married that long understands things can get into a pattern, and that pattern is just more of kind of working together than living life together. Just kind of going through the pattern of life instead of the passion of life. I'm aware that when I go home that we can fall back into that pattern. You can tell the freeway's right there next to the rails to trails, but that's what I'm avoiding today. But it really is, I hope, my desire is that this renewed feeling, this born againness, if you want to call it, continues and has a lot of legs to it. And maybe I just once every 3 or 4 months go on a couple of week bike trip, and just to understand the appreciation I have for my God, my wife, and my son, my friends, and yada yada, not to get too sentimental about everything.
see you smile again. Watch your eyes light up the room. Feel the sunny days caress our skin when we begin to flow. All the white noise fading out to the void of everything we've done. We always make mistakes, but round up just where we began. I might be lost again, but I haven't seen you today.
Okay, I'm here at the Golden Hotel, and while I'm here I see a lot of green and a lot of shamrocks. What's with
today, sir?
good? What's with all the shamrocks on the street?
We're the Irish capital of Nebraska.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, we
The
are.
Irish. What makes you the Irish capital of Nebraska?
That's where all the Irish descendants actually. That's how this town was founded. It was on Irish immigrants.
And that's why it's called O'Neill's.
Yep.
No
Yep.
kidding.
General O'Neill. At this intersection, if you go up a block and a half, we've got our courthouse, and there's a statue of General O'Neill that they just had placed there. He was our founder of this town. And,
General O'Neill, so he commanded an army.
Yep, he did.
And was part of probably the whole Native American
Yep.
war stuff that
Yep.
I've been looking at
Yep.
all the way across Nebraska.
Yep, that's it.
General O'Neill.
General O'Neill.
And
Yep.
so that's what this.
And
so I bet St. Patrick's Day is a bust right here.
It's a good time.
I
Now we
bet.
probably don't need to talk about all that on camera.
What a neat little spot. Okay. The Irish capital of Nebraska. General O'Neill. So I will get on my bike a little later and take a small little tour and try to figure that out. How nice is that? I'm glad I chose the hotel. And there's also a history here of some sort. So we'll go take a look at that. Oh, I like it already. Look how cute that is. Hi, how are you?
Did the heat catch up with you?
What's that?
Did the heat catch up with you?
It didn't. I got here in time. I called yesterday. I'm checking in. I'm Terry Carson. Just thought I would take a look at the hotel. Forgot to take a picture of the Capones. Too funny.
That one picture there shows the girl in the middle on the top.
Yeah.
The little girl.
Yeah.
She was manager of this place, I guess. This is a story I got from a professor
The
out of
one,
Omaha.
the one to the
Uh-huh.
right there under his arm.
Yeah.
I was videoing the Al Capone pictures on the wall inside. This is an Irish town. Capone being Irish, I guess. His first cousin lived here, and the little girl right next to him managed this place at one time. After she managed this place, Capone had her leave here and then managed some of his casinos. Nevertheless, he would walk through these doors and he would stay at this hotel. As you can see, he and his entourage, but they also used the back way when they needed to. And so I'm going to take you the back way that they would go in. How fun is this? This goes down into a cellar, a basement, and there's a bar down there, but now it's a laundromat. So that used to be a little partying spot. I wish they would have kept it as a bar, but again, everything has to deal with profits. as I come in here, what's really neat, what I think is really neat anyways, as I kick my back tire over, is this little ice box. I'm gonna open it up here. I'm gonna try to anyways. I think there's like a little light switch right here. So this is a little ice box. So they put ice in, and if you look to the left right there, that's where they used to lay their ice. So it's not very tall, so I don't want to break anything. And then if you come into here, I think that's where they store dead bodies. I'm not for sure. But if it's Capone and you needed a dead body to put somewhere, I mean, this is a cold box. It all would make sense. So anyways, kind of neat. I probably shouldn't be in here, but I thought I'd give you a look at it. So that is really cool. This is where I can stay.
You don't want to crowd it in the room. We have a kitchen here you can stick it in as well.
No, it's okay. I'll keep it right here. It has all my clothing and all my stuff in it. It's my best friend. I'm thinking about giving it a name. I haven't named it yet. I haven't named my bike yet. Thinking about what to name it. I should have a name. It's taken me so many different places. But this is my room. Goes into this back alley. God knows what has been going on in this back alley in the last 100 years. But it's been there for 100 years, so you can imagine. Shower. It's very nice. Alright, well, how cute is this? And again, pricing, you know, a little more than, $55. I mean, come on. How great is this place? So I'm gonna get showered and I'm gonna go around this town, just kind of take a look at it. I'm at Taco and Tequila. I had a really nice experience. Number one, the food was fantastic. I didn't know if I wanted a margarita or a Corona, but they made a margarita with the Corona on the top. It was delicious, so I got both the best worlds. A lady and her daughter came by and asked where I was going on my bike, where I came from, where I was going, and I let them know. And I was sitting there for 10 minutes, was wondering where my bill was, and finally the waitress came over and told me that they paid for my meal. How sweet and kind are people in Nebraska. I have been loved on since the second I came into this community. The state, not just a community. So I'm just in awe by the kindness of people. I know I've been talking about that, and I don't know, I just don't know what to say. But to the person who bought my meal this afternoon, thank you so much. That was so kind and so nice, and I'm so thankful for that. And my faith and hope in humanity is just so wonderfully restored. It really is. I mean, my heart is changing toward what I thought America was some 6 months ago, and what I'm experiencing it to be today. Again, thank you so much for purchasing my lunch, and the lunch was absolutely delicious. Again, Tacos and Tequila in O'Neill, Nebraska, the Irish capital of Nebraska. And being half Irish and half British, that's why I'm at war with myself so much, but nevertheless, being half Irish, I'm very grateful. I'm supposed to have a statue over here. Now walk to see where that might be, of this dude. Oh, I see him already. General O'Neill. As I'm walking there, I went to the pharmacy because I have this, about 7 days ago, I started getting this little heat rash, just kind of right under my arms. Not under the arm where the armpit is, but on the outside, on both sides. And the pharmacist came and talked to me and just said as long as I'm sweating, it's probably gonna stay there. Gave me some antibacterial cream, which was just in case you could get bacterial, you know, because he didn't want anything to happen. So if it starts to rise and stuff like that, it's not irritating or anything, it's just there. It's irritating at night when I'm done writing. I can feel it a little bit and I can just see it, so it's more a visual thing than anything else. And then I go down to Casey's, and again, Casey's seemed to be a thing in the Midwest, and I don't know, I'm glad I have my glasses on because I don't want to get all teary-eyed. But have you ever just expressed or had expressed to you so much love that it's unbearable? That you almost can't take it? Why are people so nice and so wonderful and so loving? It's amazing to me. So that's my little walk through. The rest of the town is just like a little town. Just like a little town, it's a small town, 2,500 people. And 2,500 beautiful people, from the Casey store, the people that work there, the pharmacists, the waitresses that allowed me to bring my bike in and put it in a special spot, the person who brought me into the hotel and showed me around, even showed me a little ice box and told me about Capone and all their little, you know, that little story and history, to the mailman that I met. Like I said, it's just kind of overwhelming a little bit, you know, and how nice people are. But come across the country and you have this consistency. It's not an act. Most people will do most things that they possibly can for you. And when they see me on this bike, you know, I don't know if they're just an assumption that I don't have money and, you know, I can't afford things and that I actually need help, and, you know, I really don't know. I don't know how to express it. I don't know how to explain it. I don't have words for it. I wish I was a better communicator when it comes to these things, but it's just love. It's just pure, unadulterated expression of love. I believe people want to give that as much as I would want to receive it.